Hello Ugandans, we are students pursuing law as a course. We are here to introduce to you our missions, aims of Seeds of Article Fund, why we came up with such an idea. Please subscribe our YouTube channel, TikTok at Seeds of Article 4, Twitter at Seeds of Article 4. Thank you, and I would like to invite our colleague.
Yes, in our first videos, we tried to explain about ourselves. We shared our views, we shared our goals, our objectives, and our anticipated outcomes. But through that video, some of the brothers and sisters who watched that video told us that you people are singing about the Constitution, the Constitution. What is the Constitution? Is it an animal? Is it a tree? Or what? That is why we are here today. We have decided to come and tell you what a constitution really means. We are going to start, first of all, to get the origin of the word the Constitution. The Constitution was developed from the Latin word to constitua, which simply means to set up or to constitute. Therefore, a constitution, in legal terms, is a fundamental law that governs the country, at the same time the state. And literally, when you are to bring back to our common English, literally, a constitution is a very important document which contains the basic principles and laws of a country, a nation, or a state that determines the powers and duties of government, and at the same time also guarantees the rights of the people of that country. This term, called the Constitution, which means a setup of something, has been defined differently by very many people, by very many authorities. But today, in this discussion, we are going to share the definition of a constitution, which has got all principles in the other definitions of the constitution. And this definition is got from the Black's Law Dictionary, the 8th edition. The Black's Law Dictionary, the 8th edition, defines the Constitution as a fundamental and organic law of a nation or a state that establishes the organs, the institutions of government, and at the same time, it also defines the scope of government's sovereign powers and also guarantees individual civil rights and liberties. To elaborate, to explain what this means is that a constitution is that document, as we said in the beginning, that a constitution was developed from a Latin word which says in English to set up, is a document which, if the country is governed by law, by rule of law, it is in that document called the Constitution. The Constitution prescribes very many things. First of all, it gives the institutions or the organs of government. For the example we are going to give right now in Uganda, we have organs of government which put what we call government together. We have, for the example, we have the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive. And it is also that very document which brings out what they are supposed to do and what they are not supposed to do. For the example, the cabinet, the executive work is to implement the law. The legislature's work is to make the law. And then the judiciary is to interpret that law. I want us to elaborate this in accordance to our law. As a country which is governed by rule of law, therefore, in this country of ours, the Constitution is the supreme law of Uganda. In some countries, the Constitution itself prescribes that it is the supreme law of that country. Like ours, our own Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, 1995 as amended, prescribes under Article 2, supremacy of the Constitution, which provides that Article 2 of that provides that under Clause 1 that this Constitution is the supreme law of Uganda and shall have binding force on all authorities and persons throughout Uganda. At Clause 2, if any other law or custom is inconsistent with any of the provisions of this Constitution, the Constitution shall prevail, and that other law or custom, to the extent of the inconsistency, shall, to the extent of its inconsistency, be void. Therefore, if we are to follow what the Constitution says, which means all of us who are citizens of this country are governed by the Constitution. In Uganda, today, the Constitution is like a director of the government, a director of all institutions of government, the director of all citizens of Uganda. Therefore, whoever does everything, it must be done according to the Constitution. For example, the reason why we are here right now as students, we are directed by the Constitution under Article 31, which gives us the right to go to school. Everyone has a right to go to school. It is the Constitution which gives us that right. Still, the Constitution also works as a legal weapon, which gives the organs of government power and also limits their power. I'm going to explain this in a way that we must understand it. This so-called Constitution is that body, that document which gives the organs which make up government power, like for example, the legislature, who are the makers of the law. It is the same Constitution which gives them power. The judiciary, whose work is to interpret the law, it is still the Constitution which gives them power. The police, whose work is to keep law and order, it is still the Constitution which gives them power. The people who claim to have rights, our rights, the reason why we are still breathing in Uganda, because the Constitution gives us a right to a life. Under Article 22, everyone has got a right to life. The Constitution, the same Constitution gives us a right to liberty. We can do whatever we want as long as you are not infringing someone's right. It is because the Constitution provides us that. And also this very Constitution, it can also be used as a document containing the agreement on how the people of that country, for example, we are going to take example of Uganda. We formed this Constitution as the people that this is how we are going to govern ourselves. And the laws also derive their legibility from the Constitution. For example, the Penal Code Act gets its legibility from the Constitution. Other laws like Contract Act, Parliamentary Elections Act, every law, without getting its powers from the Constitution, it cannot function in Uganda. As I'm going to conclude, the Constitution, it was once said by one scholar that the Constitution of any country is considered as the background or the base of governance of that country, because it is an important law of a country that determines the structures or apparatus of the country, the coordination of those structures or apparatus, and confirm the rights of the people. And it was also once mentioned that a good constitution is one step to a peaceful, a proper, and a democratic country. Like, for example, our own constitution was once recognized as one of the best constitutions in the world. Therefore, if we are to develop Uganda, to take it to the next level from where it is, we have to know our supreme law, which is the Constitution. Thank you for listening to me. I rest my case.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for subscribing to our pages. Thank you for continuous support. Thank you very much.
And please continue subscribing to our YouTube channel, Seeds of Article 4, Twitter, Seeds of Article 4. We have TikTok account, Seeds of Article 4. We still have more and more in the kitchen. We have more food for you. Just comment, like, please don't stop the support. We love you so much. Know the law for God and our country.